There was a forest called Green Forest. It was a luscious and mysterious forest. It was a paradise of tropical animals, a safeguard for the flora and fauna. But the vision shattered. Now the green forest is in pain. Those greedy humans tried to take over this forest. And now a man called Steve and his crew is here to destroy.
I'm sure this will make a great fortune for my company. They will never know how lucrative this opportunity is, and it could make me a great money. I could do whatever I want with this forest without anyone knowing it.
Mr. Steve, a notorious contractor who will do anything to earn money. Not only he deforested, but he also slaughtered animals he hunted for their parts, and thus caused extinction, pollution, and flood. No one knew how many transgressions he had done to the green forest, but only the protector of this forest knew.
Hey guys, it's getting late now. Tell the crew we'll continue tomorrow. Be prepared cause we have got more work to do. Evening sir. Yes. We are almost done here, but I request to extend 2 more days because one of my tractors is out of order. Alright, thank you so much sir, and see you.
While Mr. Steve was talking on the phone, he wandered into the forest subconsciously. After cutting the call, he discovered that he was lost in the forest. He was all alone without his crew. He called out to them, but to no avail. All he could see were giant trees and hear the birds chirping. The sun is setting, and the sky slowly disappears on the horizon. Mr. Steve's vision was getting dim, and he had to find a way to get out. After an hour, Mr. Steve managed to escape the green forest, but it was in vain. He was as tired as a dog. He lay down on a tree, taking a break.
Oh gosh, how stupid am I lost in the forest. I can't get out of it. And I'm thirsty now.
While Mr. Steve was catching his breath under a tree, he saw shadows coming from the bushes. As the shadow came nearer, Mr. Steve saw a regular man's shadow and thought his crew were trying to find him.
Is it them trying to find me? Hey, and I'm over here. Come.
Mr. Steve had no doubt that the shadows were not his crew members, but tigers which walked in a mysterious way. There were 2 tigers walking like a human being, holding a sharp spear that could cut through his body easily. Mr. Steve panicked. He was paralyzed in fear. His foot and hand were as cold as ice, and his face turned pale. It was a supernatural scenario which Mr. Steve could not imagine.
We are the guardians of the Green Forest Kingdom. We know you, and we know what you have done to us, human and you, with this justice. Thus, our King Leon demanded to meet you in person. Your Majesty, we have brought you the perpetrator who damaged the Green Forest.
In the castle, there was a hornbill standing in front of Mr. Steve. It was their king, King Leon, the king of the Grim Forest Kingdom. Mr. Steve could not believe what he just saw. A tiger walking on 2 feet? And a hornbill as the king? Mr. Steve was confused.
We finally met, human. Or should I say, Mr. Steve. I am Leon, the king of the Green Forest Kingdom. We have protected this forest for centuries. You are here for a reason.
How do you know my name? A talking hornbill? Am I delusional? No. I must have blacked out or something.
Hush, you money grubber. We know what you've done to this forest, destroying our habitat, poaching us, polluting our river. Are you aware that how much we have suffered due to your greediness? We lost our family and friends. Our homes are destroyed. Our food supply was cut. And soon you humans will be affected too.
How am I supposed to know there's a kingdom here in Green Forest? I just want to make money, that's it.
Very well, human. Since you show remorse over these disasters, then you left me with no choice. I, the king of the Green Forest Kingdom, will banish you from setting foot in this forest ever again. If you persist, I shall put a curse onto you. Your eyes will witness the person you love die, same as our people suffer. An eye for an eye.
Mr. Steve was then casted out from the grim forest. He was scared to death, still could not believe what he had experienced. He screamed for help. Later, his crew members found him and he told them what happened, but none of them believed what he had encountered. They thought Mr. Steve was just too tired and were hallucinating.
Aurora, my little bird, please stay with me.
Daddy, I feel so cold. I don't want to die.
It was the most dreadful nightmare Mr. Steve ever had. If not because he woke up on the bed in the very last minutes and realized his face was drenched with sweat, he almost think that this is real. But the touch from the cold body of Aurora is just unlike fantasy.
Aurora! Oh my god. Luckily, it was just a dream.
His phone suddenly rings when he tries to calm down a little bit. He picks up his phone and what he hears is the sorrowful cries of his wife.
Our daughter is sick. I don't know what to do. I need to come back right now, please.
Mr. Steve rushed to the hospital, but it takes 2 days to reach his hometown. At 12 midnight, he finally arrived at the hospital's entrance. Seeing his wife sitting on the cold hard ground and crying, said she died from an unknown disease which doctor can't identify. She was coughing non-stop, fever and puking.
Our baby Sky, she's so innocent. I watched her groaning a bit, but I can't do anything. I wish I had been the one to take this pain. My poor Aurora.
Mr. Steve was unable to comfort his crying wife in front of him. Then he realized the curse. He cried and regretted for ignoring the curse and the warning. He cried and screamed at the sky, begging the king to remove the curse and he will obey what he asked. But it's too late. Just like the curse said, you shall witness the person you love die, and you will suffer what our people suffered.
Please forgive me, King Leon. I will do anything you want. You can punish me as you desire. Just give me back my Aurora, my poor girl. It was all my fault.
No matter how many times he cried to the sky, nothing changed. He realized that he has committed an irrevocable crime and that he will suffer for the rest of his life.
Daddy, does the king of the forest those who try to destroy the forest?
Yes, Felix. The story of the curse spread among the contractor communities, and they are afraid of the curse as well. And they bought the contract with the government. But do you know what? King Leon never hurt a pure soul, and it is said that the little Aurora didn't die because of illness. She represents the hope of those who want to protect the forest, and someone once met her in the forest.
Wow, I love the story.
And so, the mystery of the kingdom in the forest remains unknown for centuries. No one knows whether the story is real, but only the man understands the power of the supernatural. Because in the forest, the king will always watch your actions and what you have done to the Mother Earth. There was also a rumor that says there was a girl in the forest whom we never know.